Now I'm going to show you one of the most important tools that a developer must know, all right? That is the debug tool, all right? You probably already noticed that the speed that your computer runs your code, our brains don't have, our brains are not capable of following the step-by-step processing, right? Let me show you. For example, if I print here some text, let me print hi, hello, how are you? Print your age is age. We have here 1, 2, 3, 4 prints and one variable attribution. We have like a comment. So we have 6 lines of code basically. All right. If I run this, you're gonna see that in 1 second, the 6 lines of code were executed. Our brains are not capable of following this computational speed, all right? But sometimes you need to see the computer running your code line by line to inspect some problem, to investigate, to find some bug in an application. So when you are a professional developer, you deal with huge applications, with many applications that are integrated, that has dozens of files, that has hundreds of files, that has thousands of lines of code inside of each file. So your brain is not capable of understanding where is the bug if you don't control the execution of each line. And that's where the debug tool comes in. The debug allows you to control line by line. So you can tell your code, run the first line. Your code, the computer runs your first line and stops. And you can evaluate what happened and then run the next. Evaluate again, run the next, and so on. All right, so you can run line by line of your code while you are watching what the computer is doing. All right, this is a powerful tool for developers, and you must know how to use them. Okay, so the first thing, you need to press F5 in your keyboard. All right, and it's not the letter F and the number 5, it's the function 5 key in your keyboard. All right, it's going to appear this option here, and you can click in Python Debugger. Okay, so you can click in Python file, and this option here is going to appear. All right, you can see that my terminal is changing a little bit, right? My terminal now is in debug mode. All right, so my code just ran, but I didn't see line by line. So the first thing is activating the debug, but the second thing is adding a breakpoint. What is a breakpoint? Is the place that you want your code to stop, and from there on you control the execution. All right, so I want my code to stop here in this line, print hi. How do I add a breakpoint? I'm going to click here in this little red button, in this little red circle. You can see here, if I put my cursor here, I see that the suggestion of clicking to add a breakpoint appears. So I do it in front of the line, that I want to stop. So here I click and you can see that the circle becomes more red, all right? And now I have a breakpoint. So if I press F5 again, you're going to see that it is going to run, but it is going to stop exactly in the line that I want, all right? So my code is stopped. I just told to my computer to run and stop and wait for me to control the execution. So we can see here that we have some control buttons, and basically this one right here, continue, it is going to set the execution free, so it is going to continue till the end. All right, let me press F5 again. This option right here, step over, is the option that allows us to run line by line. Okay, so we can click here, but we can also press F10 in our keyboard. So you can click and you can see in the terminal, pay attention in the terminal, when I click, it runs this print, right? So you can see in the left side basically what is happening. So now my variable age received 30. Now my print hi was executed and I'm stopped in print hello. Let's press F10 again. You can see my hi here. Let me show you here. So my hi line, my print hi line was executed, my print hello line was executed, but I'm stopped now in this. If I press F10, my how are you, my print how are you line was executed, and so on. If I run the last line, it is going to execute and finish my program. All right, so basically that's how you debug. You can see that we have, let me press F5 again, we have another control options. So for example, we have the step into, but this option right here, for now, I don't recommend you to try it, right? Because basically every function in Python has inner workings, and if you try to deal with the inner workings of each function now, you're going to be too confused, right? I don't recommend it. When we start coding with modular programming, for example, when we import modules and reuse functions in other modules, then we can try the step into option, all right? But for now, as long as you are just writing line by line code, the step over is the option for you, all right? So you can write any code you want here, how many lines of code you want, and you can, let me stop it and let me run the debug again, F5 with the breakpoint here. I can control with F10 the execution line by line. So we can see here, hi, hello, how are you, hi, hello, how are you, your age is, anyway, all right, line by line, instead of just running. Let me get out of the execution mode. So we can, here we can see Python debug console. We can kill and we get back to our normal terminal, right? So I can run it again, and in a matter of seconds, in a matter of less than a second, all my 38 lines were executed. Alright, so this is the power of debugging. This is a tool that you must know from now on, and you must use. You must incorporate in your toolbox as a programmer. If you don't use the debug tool, your life as a developer is going to be way more difficult than it could be. Alright, so this is a must, is a tool that you must get used and use every time when you're programming. These are some of the real interviews that I recorded to show you how real companies interview developers from inside. Use them to prepare for real interviews and get the job of your dreams. Go to marosacademy.com or click the link below.